We've been talking about climate change on this programme for decades. The warnings about our impact on the Earth have grown louder and louder, and yet political action has been slow. Well, today, arguably, the pace picked up. The government made a legally binding commitment to reduce the UK's carbon emissions to zero by 2050, the most ambitious plan yet for a major economy. The details have yet to be worked out, but it will mean big changes for all of us.
From space, you can see our carbon footprint. Humanity has relied almost exclusively on fossil fuels for power, heat and light. Yet today could be a milestone in industrial history, Britain becoming the first major economy to turn its back on fossil fuels.
We have a moral duty to leave this world in a better condition than we inherited. And that's why today we're announcing that we will be ending our contribution to climate change by 2050.
It is technically feasible. The fact onshore wind, like here at Pennycamoid, is now cheaper than gas is an example of that. And because net zero could bring jobs and opportunity, it has broad cross-party support.
Effectively, what we're talking about is a new industrial revolution.
The transition to a cleaner, more sustainable economy will cost, though, hundreds of billions by 2050. But the question isn't so much, can we afford it? Rather, can we afford not to?
Well, eliminating the country's carbon footprint is a massive project involving the daily lives of each and every one of us. There are some of the main sources here now contributing to the 375 million tonnes of carbon dioxide pumped into the atmosphere last year alone. Energy supply, including from polluting power stations, makes up 26% of the total. The UK will need to switch to mainly renewable energy sources like wind and solar. The offices we work in contribute 18%. UK businesses will have to improve waste recycling and electricity use. Domestic transport is the biggest contributor to the UK's carbon footprint, almost a third of the total. By 2040, there will be no more new petrol or diesel vehicles. Other forms of transport, such as electric cars, will be the norm. And finally, our homes are responsible for 18% of CO2 emissions. Old gas boilers and hobs will have to be replaced by alternatives such as electric ones.